Welcome to another story made by Oracle 1. The cosmos had never felt so silent as it did in the cold expanse surrounding the shattered Earth. Floating just beyond the planet's atmosphere, the lone astronaut of Station Echo adjusted his comms transmitter, knowing these would be his final moments to reach out to a world that seemed irretrievably lost. Commander Eli Navarro's voice crackled into the void, a soft, steady murmur against the star-speckled dark. This is Commander Eli Navarro, Station Echo, orbiting what was once Earth. If there's any soul out there that can hear me, I repeat, this is Commander Navarro. Earth is gone. The surface is a wasteland of ash and ruin. Radiation levels are off the charts. I am the last link, the last voice. This is my final transmission. May it find you. The deathly stillness of space hung heavy around the tiny station. Station Echo was a relic from a more hopeful era, a volcanic orbit observation post converted in the late 2090s into humanity's last outpost to watch over the home planet. But after decades of environmental collapse, nuclear winters, and endless wars, Earth had become what old texts once called a dead zone. Cities were sand-blasted ruins, oceans turned to toxic stew, skies permanently obscured by dense clouds of radioactive dust. Eli had been monitoring for any signs of life below, scanning for survivors, broadcasting his hope into the void until his own resources slipped away. His breathing was steady, his hands trembling slightly as he stared at the holoscreen that once displayed bustling continents now reduced to shadows and storm-lit deserts. He found strange solace in the fluorescent blue glow of his instruments whilst outside the station window. The planet's silhouette spun listlessly in a cosmic dance of desolation. "I do not know if anyone will answer," Eli said softly, sliding the mic aside as he prepared to shut down the communications array. "But if you do, please, let me know you survived. I need to know that the pain wasn't in vain." Static filled the sound waves for 7 long minutes. His heart hammered against his ribs. Just as his finger hovered over the button that would sever the last transmission, a faint signal began to pulse in the background, a fragile, uneven wave cutting through the static interference. Eli's eyes narrowed. He activated the receiver's amplification settings, leaning closer. The faint voice pierced the silence. Hesitant, weak, but unmistakably human. "Echo, this is Ground Station Delta? We read, can you copy?" Eli almost staggered back from the console, disbelief mingling with a surge of hope. Ground Station Delta? The name was ancient, part of the scattered network of outposts built during Earth's last desperate attempts at survival. Located underground in what was once the Swiss Alps, it was rumored to have sheltered thousands with its deep vaults and autonomous life supply systems. But after decades of silence, it was considered a ghost station. With trembling fingers, he replied, "Ground Station Delta, this is Echo. I hear you loud and clear. Are you alive? Are there people left on Earth?" A crackle buzzed for a moment. Then the voice returned, more confident, yet marked by exhaustion. "Yes, survivors. Below the ruins, in the shielded caverns, we have been waiting for someone to answer. Your signal had echoes for years, but satellite debris and storms disrupted any clear link. Thank the stars you're there." Eli's breath caught as tears welled in his eyes, blurring the screens. Years of solitary vigil, dwindling hope, and now a connection, a fragile thread between past and future. "Tell me, how many? What's the situation? Has Earth recovered even a little?" The voice hesitated. "Not recovered, far from it. But pockets of humanity survive underground, using old tech, repurposed reactors, hydroponics, biodomes. We've managed to seal off radiation zones, but surface life is tentative, dangerous. The planet's healing is slow. We need aid, support, knowledge. Your satellites and surveys could help us rebuild." Eli's mind raced, overwhelmed. His mission was to monitor Earth's surface and broadcast data to any possible survivors. He never imagined he would become a key figure in a revival plan. Station Echo's supplies are limited. I have no way to physically reach you, no shuttle. But I have decades of data, scan archives, soil toxicity maps, weather patterns. I can upload everything. Please, we need it. The voice pled. Across the station's digital map expanded an interface flickering with data streams. Years of observations, measurements of radioactive decay, temperature flux, ocean pH levels, all packaged and compressed for transmission. Eli initiated the upload, watching the progress bar inch forward, heartbeat syncing with the flowing bits. As the upload finalized, the ground station's voice responded with a barely perceptible chuckle burrowing through exhaustion. Maybe the most hopeful transmission since the fall. Eli smiled faintly, but then his mood darkened at a familiar beeping from the environmental control system. Life support units were signaling low energy. The station's core reactor was failing after years beyond maintenance. Repair was impossible without parts. Station Echo's orbit was decaying, and rescue missions had long ago ceased. He rose and walked to the observation port. The endless blackness beyond mirrored the void growing in his chest. It might be hours, maybe days before the station drifted out of orbit, burning in the atmosphere below, joining Earth's ruins. Ground Station Delta, I wish I could come to you, to tell you this story face to face. But my days are numbered. Maybe my last act can be the spark you need. His voice wavered with raw emotion. Please, keep the line open. Send whatever you can back. If there is a future, I want to be part of it, even from here. Keep faith, Commander, the voice responded, steady now, like a flame growing stronger. Earth is not done yet. We'll carry your light forward. Echo out. The transmission fell silent after a few more moments. Eli powered down the systems one by one, immersing himself deeper into the data they had exchanged and the hope it symbolized. Even as his station's orbit began to wobble uncontrollably, he felt less alone in the vast desolation. Somewhere below Earth's scarred crust, others lived. Others fought to breathe and rebuild. Night after night, Eli continued broadcasting. His once solitary signals now doubled by answers from underground survivors. They exchanged patches of data, stories of the old world, and dreams of the new one. Ground Station Delta sent descriptions of their biodomes, the seeds they nurtured, the fragile but persistent green shoots battling to reclaim the blighted soil. They spoke of children born in subterranean cities who had never seen stars or sunlight. They asked about the cosmos, the fate of other colonies, the whispers of new worlds beyond. Eli found renewed purpose in their conversations, his final role not as a solitary witness of decay, but as a bridge between the fallen surface and the underground renaissance. One day, as the station's systems began failing more rapidly, the voice of Delta transmitted a message that stirred something deeper. Commander, we're developing a plan to send a probe to your orbit, to assess the station condition and salvage what we can. Your data has been vital. Eli's breath caught. For the first time since his lonely vigil began, he saw a chance for the past to meet the future. Humanity linked across doomed orbits and underground bunkers by hope and science. When Station Echo's lights finally dimmed and the skeletal shell drifted on its final trajectory into the star's embrace, Eli looked once more at the dying planet below. It was no longer merely Earth's ruins. Beneath the surface, life whispered still. For more stories, like and subscribe.